Hello, my name is Brett Baker, and it gives me great pleasure today to interview Michael Fowles. And it's no surprise to anybody, Michael conducts the world famous Foden's band and has been conducting for as long as I can remember, which doesn't mean he's he's old in any respect. But
In fact, my first ever solo CD recording that I conducted was with you.
there we go. Look at that. So, and that's back in the dim and distant 90s.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're talking.
I think that one was Baker's Dozen with Flowers Band, wasn't it?
That's it. Baker's
Yeah.
dozen, exactly. Yes. So we're going to be talking to students here, Michael. So most of them won't even know what the 1990s,
No, that's right.
what that's all about. Anyway, so we're doing this interview on behalf of UniBrass. Thank you very much for giving some time for this, Mike. It's much appreciated.
No, no
Um,
problem.
I should ask you first of all, what's it like conducting the best band on paper in the world?
Well, I mean, put simply, it's a weekly thrill, really. I think because obviously I've been with the band for a number of years now. I think the biggest thing is there's a real trust between us in both directions, and so it means on concerts, for example, I don't have to compromise at all in programming or indeed just the way we deliver the music. I can essentially, artistically, if you will, do what I want, and this can be within pieces that we've played multiple times. Not every performance is the same, depending how I'm feeling that night, depending how the band are reacting, what the atmosphere of the gig's like, what size of audience. So it makes for a really exciting situation. And to be honest, every concert feels fresh.
Excellent. And I guess how long have you been conducting the band now? It's got to be.
So this is year 16. I started, well, I did a lot of work with the band in 2008. And then we formalised the situation at the very beginning of 2009. So this is year 16.
Yeah, and you did work before that as well, though, with the
Yeah,
band, I
yeah,
think. So yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, great. I mean, it's well, the band is doing fantastically well. So I know that the Gala concert will be fabulous, and that the members of the public and the participants in the contest will very much enjoy it. So we should maybe ask you what's going to be different about this concert to any other Foden's concert. Is there? Are you going to change it? Is it any different to what you'd do, say, if you were playing in Sandbach Town Hall?
Um, in many respects, no, actually, because when we had the meeting with the organisers, we very quickly came on the same page of what they wanted. They wanted a relatively not serious, but a substantial first half, if you will, with a major work in. And then a lighter second half. And to be honest, that's the way I tend to put programs together with the band anyway. So we've got in the first half, for example, the Gregson variations on Laudate Dominum, which still for me is a fantastic piece, both in terms of the writing itself, but also for a concert audience as well. Terrific music, and one that the band always enjoy playing, because we should never forget that that's important as well.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, in many respects, a typical concert from us. I guess one other difference is that there's been a competition, composition competition that UniBrass have run this year, and the winning piece. And I'm going to be careful with titles now because I'm not sure if that's actually been announced yet or not. So no
No.
names because I'm honestly not sure. But the winning piece from that competition will also be in the first half. And then in the second half, we're going to be including our winning set from last year's Brassing concert, which of course was Prince Ali from Rags to Riches, the story of Aladdin.
Yeah, that would be great. I know people will look forward to that. And I mean, what would be your favorite piece in the concert that you're looking forward to conducting?
Ooh, now there's a curveball. Um, I guess in many actually there's four. I can't do a favourite. There's four. and it's simply because of who the guest soloist is going to be. We have the great pleasure to accompany the principal trumpet of the London Symphony Orchestra, James Fountain, who's playing 4 solos with us that night, 2 in each half. So those 4 pieces I'm really looking forward to. I've worked with James before, fantastic musician, of course. So that's going to be quite special and a real treat for the audience that night. That's something that people are definitely not going to want to miss out on.
Yeah, that'll be great. And another quick cheeky question for you. Um, because there's lots of bands that are going into this competition, and they try and change the format slightly each time, and I think they're all certainly trying to improve what they do each time. Have you got any sort of quick tip for any of the conductors or players in the bands, what they should think about as they approach the contest?
Okay, just very quick ones. The instant one is enjoy what you're doing. I think I judged UniBrass actually one year. It's been quite a thing actually. I was involved. I think it was the very first one up in Lancaster, and I was invited not on the competition day itself, but the day after. Some bands stayed over, and I think it was myself, Phil Harper, and the late great Richard Evans. We were like on a relay race on the Sunday, and they got bands in different parts of the uni, and we sort of basically went round all of them in a relay. Spent about 45 minutes with each band. So I've seen UniBrass actually grow from its infancy. Tremendous event. Obviously, it's something I thought was a great idea that when it first came into being. And then I judged some years ago, and it seems to me that there's always a great atmosphere at UniBrass, but the day I judged, it didn't necessarily look like every performer were enjoying the experience. And I think as performers, we all have to have that ability to have the face that engages with the audience and looks as though we're really enjoying what we're doing. And behind that, the concentration, of course, is going on. From a conductor's point of view, I think trust your preparation. If you've done your rehearsals and you can look yourself in the mirror and say, yeah, we've done as much as we can do, because obviously university bands maybe don't enjoy the same amount of rehearsal time as contesting bands. That trust your preparation. If you've done the work, then enjoy the performance. I think I'm not sure who it was. I think it may have been, again, the late and certainly great James Watson. There was a phrase of work hard and play easy. And I think that still makes an awful lot of sense, really. So, when you've done your work, go on stage and enjoy the performance, because it's what we all do for fun, for enjoyment, for the buzz of doing it as well as we possibly can. The reaction we get back from the audience. But if we don't actually enjoy the process and the performance itself, then that can be a little bit of an anticlimax. So trust your work and enjoy the show.
Mike, it's been a pleasure meeting up with you again. Thanks very much for your time. And I'm sure these comments are going to be lapped up by the bands and conductors. Thank you very much.
No problem at all.